Hi, my name is Melissa van Dijk, and in today's video you will learn how you can apply your moisturizer with sunscreen. And I have two random examples right here. One's Paula's Choice Essential Glow Moisturizer with SPF 30 and one CeraVe Facial Moisturizing Lotion with SPF 25. And both products include your moisturizer and sun protection in one. So basically, instead of using two different products, you're going to use only one product. But the trickiest part about applying such a product is also the amount that you're going to use. Since usually when also just randomly applying your moisturizer that does not include any sun protection in it, you would use about a pea-sized amount, depending also on the moisturizer you're using, as well as also the size of your face. And then you also would go ahead, take that amount and apply it evenly all over your face and neck. But then when it comes to the sunscreen alone, without the moisturizing effect, then some say that you also should use about half a teaspoon. So basically use a fair amount so that you easily can also protect your face as well as neck area. And so I have also a teaspoon right here, so that I can also show you visually how much this also would be, like so that you can also get a feeling about it. Like using about that much. Now keep in mind, this is also for your entire face and neck. So you would generally speaking using about a pea-sized amount of your moisturizer and half a teaspoon of your sunscreen. Now those are now the products separately. But how also would it look like when also applying them together? Such as the Paula's Choice Moisturizer with SPF or CeraVe Moisturizer with SPF. How much do you really need to use so that it also feels comfortable on the skin, you have those moisturizing benefits, but at the same time also get enough protection when being exposed to the sun? And so based on my experience and also what I have tried out so far, I recommend using about the same amount that you also would use for your sunscreen alone, since you still need to protect your skin. So what do I mean by that? Well, use about half a teaspoon of your moisturizer and sunscreen. And I just wanted to show you also visually how much this also would be, about that much. Now keep in mind, this is for your entire face and neck as well as your ears, so that you can evenly also protect it when also being outside. Now, when it comes to that specific amount, you basically have to get a feeling of it. If you are new to it and you also want to see it visually, go ahead, take your teaspoon and place some product onto your teaspoon so that you can see that you have about half a teaspoon full of product. And then go ahead and basically also take that amount of your teaspoon and then go ahead and use it also on your face and neck. And apply it evenly. I'm going to use the one from Paula's Choice because it is also white, so that you can see also where I'm going to apply it, and that you also can see how far you can come with that specific amount. And I'm talking about applying it evenly for your neck as well as face. Now of course go ahead and also apply it everywhere. Now I took now the one from Paula's Choice so that you also can see where I'm applying it, where I'm blending it, so that you also can see that the amount of product I'm using is also enough for your entire face and neck to also have an even layer of your moisturizer with sunscreen, because that's really important. If you really are being exposed to the sun, you don't want to get sunburned, you want to have an even layer that can also help you to protect your skin when being exposed. And so when using about half a teaspoon, this can also help you to give you already like a guideline so that you can see how much you're going to use. Now, depending on your moisturizer with sunscreen you're using, depending on the texture of it, depending also on how it feels on the skin, then it is also really important to make sure that you are going to adjust it based on your needs. So with this moisturizer with SPF, for example, it feels good with the amount that I just used. It doesn't feel uncomfortable, it doesn't feel like sticky or greasy. So based on that, see how it also feels on the skin, see how far you can also blend the product all over your face, neck, also behind your ears and décolletage even, so that you're really making sure to have also an even coverage of it. When also using, for example, the CeraVe Facial Moisturizing Lotion with SPF, I do just want to show you also the texture of it. This one has a little bit more of a different texture than the one from Paula's Choice. So based on that, you can get started with using about half a teaspoon. Take your teaspoon with you to also have a guide, and then see how far you can come with that amount of product. If you feel like it's not enough, you can't really cover the area evenly, go ahead, use a bit more. If you still have some leftovers and you can't blend it any further, then go ahead, use a bit less. So based on the product that you're going to use, based on the texture as well as also formulation you're using, you can still adjust it. But keeping in mind that about half a teaspoon is also a fair amount to use it evenly all over your face, neck, ears, around the eyes, etc. is also really a great guide. And then the more often you're going to do this, the more often you're going to adjust it based on how it also feels and looks on the skin, you have an idea of what you're going to use. So if you're going to use your teaspoon along with you when applying the product, you're doing this for let's say 2-3 times, you have an idea of how much it is because you see it visually. And then after some time, you don't need to use a teaspoon along with it, and you just can dispense it onto your palm of the hands or fingers and then apply it immediately over your face and neck. And this is also how you can figure out the right amount. Now, based on my experience, I still recommend using about the same amount as you would use with your sunscreen because of the protection it can give you when also being exposed to the sun. But I do hope with this little guide on how you can also figure out how you can apply it, how you can also evenly use it all over your face and neck, ears, around the eyes, you have now a better understanding of the amount of product you're going to use, and then also how you can also apply it and blend it evenly all over your face. And I do hope that you enjoyed this little demonstration, and if you did so, please also don't forget to give it a thumbs up as well as share it. And thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon in the next one. Happy skincaring. Bye!